So welcome again. This is Philip Moran, and we're going to be talking about another important subject in the episode. This is the episode of act as if, or at least the as ifs of our existence on this planet. um, so um, we've been talking about a lot of different ideas, the branding, the preparation, the training, all that stuff, right? Sort of helps us to feel a certain way, helps us to think a certain way, helps us to feel like we're part of something bigger, and more importantly, something that's in the industry that we're actually pursuing. So it all helps. So what acting as if, it's definitely overriding the present tense and definitely the past tense. So we're actually in the moment of acting as if we're actually living in the future, basically. And the future is definitely now and now and now, right? So this is all the future is just, it's quickly the present turning into the future, present turning into the future. So it's not really a long ways ahead. There's nothing really stopping you from believing in yourself. You're at the place that you want to be. You're at the place that you want to be, that you are now. There's nothing stopping you from believing that that's true. Because in many dimensions of our existence, of our space and time, it actually is true. And I personally have a lot of experiences, a lot of examples and stories that things would not have happened the way they did if I didn't believe in myself at the present time as the person I would become. So even though it's a little complicated, I want you to stay with me because it's very important. Most of the people in your lives, in your life, your girlfriend, your friends, your family, your relatives, your teachers, anybody, okay? Most of the people are going to care about you, okay? And caring about you sometimes is encompassed with the emotion of worry, the strategy of prevention, and they're going to want you to live life happier and more fulfilling. And sometimes people think that they're acting out of our best interest. Sometimes people will definitely convince themselves that what they're saying to us and what they're doing for us and what they want to do for us is actually good for us. The problem with that is that it's not their life. It's ours. It's my life. It's your life, right? You're living. And people cannot live your life. They can live their lives, but they can't live your life. So you don't have a lot of people that believe in you when you're pursuing a dream or a goal. You don't have a lot of people that say, yes, I believe in you. Even if it takes you 30, 40 years of hardship, 30, 40 years of falling down on your face, flat on your face, 40 years of not having a job and struggling to keep up paying your bills, 40 years of not having stable relationships, multiple states of relationships. I believe in you. I want to support you. They don't say that because they don't want you to have a hardship. They don't want you to have, not being able to pay your bills, not to be able to have a successful relationships, not to be able to enjoy your life. They want you to do all these things. So they would say something like, I believe you, I trust you, but can't we, can't you have a plan? I mean, can't you have something else, in case this doesn't work out, right? A second door, so to speak, or, to be safe, like to be safe, you don't want to go down this road, here's another caution, right? So you see all these caution phrases that they tell us, and they're only doing it because they care. I understand that. But does it help us to get to where we need to go? No, it doesn't. Does it support the direction we're going? No, it doesn't. So the best thing you can do for yourself is to really protect yourself from anything like that. Anything anyone has to say to you that, maybe your teacher says, you're not really designed for this career. Maybe you should think about something else that can make you some money, like an accountant or a lawyer or a manager of some sort. Um, you're not really designed. They might say you're not really designed to be a lead actor role. You're lucky to even get like a fourth or a fifth. A lot of people like this exist, and they will be talking to you like this because they think it's in your best interest to know the truth. But let's it's for an example, say that the truth right now is I'm failing. If you haven't accepted that failure, then you haven't failed. You just keep trying. If you haven't accepted the failure, then you just keep trying. You haven't failed. In the present tense, it may seem like you're failing, but you haven't failed. Tomorrow could be a whole different day based on your perception and interpretation of the day prior. So even though what they're saying is, yes, you're a failure right now. Yes, you're not succeeding right now. Yes, you're not second or first role material right now. Yes to all these things. Great. Great. It's true. Let's, hypothetically say it's true right now, today. It doesn't mean that the truth today has to stay the way it is tomorrow. See, that's the great thing about it, right? It doesn't have to be like that. There's so many examples that this attitude of acting as if can really work for you. I'm going to give you some examples because that's what I'm thinking about right now. So when I do my shows, right? When I do my shows, Heroes Manufactured, Creators Unleashed, or Heroes Manufactured, Movie Minutes, or when I did my movie like Adam's Testament, or when I did my other movie like Total Recall, whatever, right? Or any future projects or any past, whatever the case is. I may walk in as Philip Moran, the person that lives at the apartment, the person that, people know and respect and care about and also worry about. I may walk in as this person. I may walk in as a person that hasn't achieved the ultimate potential. I may walk in as a person that hasn't achieved a bigger role than that which I'm currently working on. I may walk in as this person. As I walk in, I have the power to change the perception and interpretation of myself to that person that would have and be working on the project that I'm striving to work on. The interpretation of that person that would have the success that I'm striving for. The interpretation of the person that would be such more popular, more sought after actor, with a lot of producers and directors constantly searching and contacting their manager, my interpretation could change to that, to absorbing that persona of that future Philip Moran. There's nothing stopping me from doing that. You have the power, you have this ability. What you see in your present time, or at the present time, is an illusion, because that's not indicative of what you're going to be seeing tomorrow. Tomorrow could be a whole different chapter in your life. Tomorrow can be a different opportunity to present itself. Tomorrow, based on today and how you see today, or see yourself in today, and see your environment today, in respect to your future self, makes a big difference. Makes a big difference in what you get tomorrow, and what you become, and basically achieving that which you want to become. So you have this power to walk in as a nobody, but see yourself as a somebody. Feel yourself as a somebody. Talking as a somebody. Now, acting as a somebody, feeling as a somebody, being as a somebody, whatever, right? Seeing yourself as a somebody. Now, if you've done the training and you do the research and you have this information of how to be this person, okay, it's much easier, because then you can just be, and you have all the tools that you need to be. Doesn't matter whether or not it's true right now. Doesn't matter whether or not it's true in the present time. Doesn't matter whether your friends support you as that person. It doesn't really matter. But I'll tell you something. When you're working on set and they've hired you to do a job, and they've hired you to do like the lead role, well, then you got to bring it. And if you bring it, they'll be happy. They don't care about anything else. They'll definitely, because it's more beneficial for you to bring it, to get their project much more accomplished, than for them to think about worrying about you and you not being yourself or anything like that. So don't worry about that. You just bring it. The new you, through your present, will definitely create your future in the way people perceive you, the way you become. It's very powerful. Let me give you an example. So, let's say on my TV show, okay? My first episode, basically, and this is the way that I sort of deal with things. My first episode, basically, it's brand new. It may even be a brand new sort of theme, brand new sort of genre. I'm not really used to being a host of a show and being, so talkative like that without actually performing as an actor. So it's very new to me. However, I accept that for today. I accept it for today as fine, but I don't accept it for tomorrow. I'll accept it for today and learn and watch and listen to the director as he gives you instructions. And possibly after you're done, you can watch it over and over again and sort of study it and see where you could have been improving. Now, you trust yourself that you know how to do this. You trust yourself that the next time you do it, you'll do it better. You trust yourself that you are that person that you're striving to achieve for the future. You are that now. You're just unveiling. It's unveiling. It's unveiling. Today is okay. I'm not going to run away from my initial learning phase. I'm going to definitely carry this with me. But today, it's my interpretation is probably not the same as most people's interpretation of what I'm doing and for what reason I'm doing it and who I really am. And what matters is my interpretation of me. That's it. Keep it simple. Your interpretation of you. Eventually, people will love or fall in love with your interpretation of you because that's the person you'll become. I hope this is not too complicated. So the second episode, I do it better. The third episode, I do it even better. I'm still not probably at the level that I'm at. Now, one of the episodes, I let you listen to how, I was being told I was doing a great job. So that took about 4 episodes. 4 episodes it took. Took time, right, for things to sink in. But the fact that I know I can do it is the main thing. And I could see myself doing it better and better as the kind of me that I want to be. But it takes time. I'm studying. I'm doing my research. I'm learning. I'm getting comfortable with the camera in that way. I'm learning how to do it. And possibly my way or with the combination of my way and the director's way. Either way, when you look at the footage, it's great. It's better. It's becoming more me and uniquely me, which will make me stand out, which definitely comes across as professional, which when you watch it, it's very compelling and enticing. So that's what I mean in that case. Whenever you go to somewhere, the store or an event or work or whatever the case is, you get these periodic times that people are sort of, saying to you things that may make you feel a little bit down. Well, great. There's nothing wrong with that. That's their interpretation. It's not mine, right? It's not yours. Shake it off. That's what you do. You shake it off. And you say, you know what? Thank you for that. They're seeing what they're seeing, but they're not really seeing who's really there. And that's okay. This is the actor's work. This is that that time of incubation, that time that it takes for something to grow, to be nurtured, right? Take your time. You don't want to rush anyway. Just learn. At the same time, you'll see who your supporters are, who your non-supporters are, and this is a time of sometimes grief, sometimes a time of happiness. I know I've been let down way more than I've been happy, I'll tell you that much. And you tend to feel alone. And you tend to feel like nobody cares, nobody's listening. You tend to doubt yourself too sometimes that you're going to make it. You tend to lose hope, get uninspired. You tend to want to find a distraction from how you're feeling at that moment. Some of you maybe, do something else like drinking or smoking or drugs just to get yourself away from how you feel. I wouldn't recommend that. You definitely have to go through it. It's not easy. You look at your friends and they've adapted and they've acquired something that you don't have. They have a full-time job, a full-time career. They've done it for so long. They have a house maybe, you're renting. They have a family with kids, you're single. They have a beautiful sort of system where they have a cottage and they have a house and they have a beautiful car and they have great friendships and weekend activities with other couples. You don't have that. You don't have that. You don't have that. I know for me, I've again, this is not to appear like I'm perfect because I'm not, even as we speak right now. But I'll tell you, it hurts. You know, I've been told. Well, first the effort was on their part was to try to find me someone like a girlfriend, a partner, and try to tell me, maybe you should give up acting and look for something more stable, more real. Acting is a dream. Acting is a fantasy. Let it go. And I know that they stopped inviting me to events because I didn't have a partner. I was single, and possibly because the women didn't want single men there because they had their husbands there, and they didn't want me to bring just a girl just for the sake of bringing someone. I'm not sure, but I've lost friendships like that. Lots of them. I can't trust them. Think about it. I'm trying to find the least path of resistance, right? I'm trying to create something for the better good, even more advanced of any ideas that I have right now. We don't know what the future holds. I have a good image, good idea, right? A good speculation. However, that's not always 100% precise, right? I've had many relationships fail because of the way I am, the way I think. People don't support. And then the truth is, when finally I achieve something, or I achieve, a part in a movie or a part in this, and it's great, and it's this and that, and they're very happy for me and they want to come back into my life, well, something inside of me will not allow that. It's just integrity. I have integrity, you know. It's sad. I want to. It's not about forgiving. You forgive them. You really do forgive them. You don't need to not forgive them. You forgive them. Forget any pain that they caused you if you can. And it's hard to sometimes, but your integrity just searches for supporters, searches for people that understand you, searches for people that believe in you. Stretches far beyond into the lifestyle that you're creating for yourself with your future self, your future career, your future lifestyle, your future, basically. You're trying to create this idea of how you want to work, how you want to live, who you want to be with, what kind of friends you want to have, where you want to live. It keeps going on, how you want to look. I said that already. How you want to work, where you want to work, how many times you want to work, how much money you want to have, what kind of lifestyle. So all this stuff, right? We're trying to create this stuff, right? You got to have 100% integrity. It doesn't happen any other way. You can't fake yourself into this stuff. And to accept something that's in confliction or going in opposite directions of that which you're pursuing or trying to achieve is not going in the path of least resistance. you're definitely going to have a lot more resistance. This path is hard enough as it is, right? You only get one chance, one 40-year chance, let's say, in this lifetime. That's a lot. That's a lot. You don't think I think about like 40 years is a long time? It's even more than a third, right? It's a half, really. Um, Depends, and we don't know what that big number is. So, but you don't think I think about that maybe I should have done something different? That maybe I could have been in, with a family and kids, and I could have my own house, and I could have had this and could have had that and everything else. You don't think that that's runs through my mind? You don't think I could have had more friends? I could have, I could have maybe saved all those friendships. I could have been able to afford different things, different places. I could have been looked upon as a stable person. I mean, see, a lot of those friendships and relationships, trying relationships, or the ones I was trying to build. I mean, you don't think sometimes, you know, I do, but I act as if, I am the person that people don't believe in. I act as if I'm there already. I act as if I have what I want. I've achieved what I want, and I'm going after something else now. So I'm trying to learn what the next step is after that. I'm going to be a step ahead. Act as if I'm achieving and living, and I have all these things around me. It's in my mind, right? It's okay to feel melancholy. It's okay to feel sad. It's okay to feel all these things, right? Anger. You're going to need these tools for your acting anyway. So I would recommend you don't run away from that. You definitely embrace these things. This is life. You can't run away from life, right? It's life. Everyone in your life, everything that's happening to you, whether it's your career or your personal life, everything you're going through, everything you don't have, you have, all that stuff, it's life. You're living a real life. And that's great. That's really, really good. Now, there's no reason why you can't sit down periodically and take inventory. Take inventory of what you need to do. Take inventory of what's really important to you. You may be successful, okay, in your career, acting career, and then you might say, you know what? I'm successful enough. I want to have a family now. I want to have a house. I want to buy a car. I want to live over here, live over there. I want to have this kind of lifestyle. I want to have friends that invite me to barbecues every week, or I want to have this. I've achieved my career. Okay, you don't need to be greedy. Again, you can do the acting as if you have all that, but as the actor that you are, you can't negate that. You are the person that you've become, right? People have to accept that person. They probably will accept it because now you have proof. Now you have leverage. You built a strong brand, right? And the difference now is that what they're going to do and say is not going to affect you anymore. It's not going to affect you anymore. You can still be their friends. You can still hang around with them because you know the truth. You're living your truth. You are the truth. And they could say all they want, and it's not going to affect you anymore. It's when you haven't become that person that people's suggestions, people's interpretations, what people say, what people do, it affects you. You're not human. You're not superhuman, right? You're not like a superhero. So let's just think about that and make it easier for ourselves to have more leverage and to really go on the path of least resistance and have more leverage. That's what's important. And become the person you're designed to become and you're meant to become. If anything, um, God, the universe supports that, supports you. You got the biggest supporter in your corner all the time. And I'm a supporter too. I support you. I understand because I'm going through it. I went through it. I know what it feels like. I know what it feels like now, then, and maybe later. So we're definitely going to create a network and a support line for us to communicate on a constant basis. We're going to meet each other either through Zoom or in person at different live events. I'm going to work on that. Um, I will be looking for other people to work with eventually to get this all done and to sort of add to my team. So it'll be great, to meet people that are like-minded and that I can work with. And also, they get to do what they love to do as well with me and everything else about what we're doing. So with that, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. It was very deep and real. Everything I said was true. And, the most important thing is that you're alive, you're healthy, you have advantages beyond what other people are hoping to have. You really do. You're not perfect. That's true. And remember, every time you strive for something more perfect and you achieve it in one area, then the other areas now are unbalanced. So you have to start to rebalance your life, rebalance your areas of weaknesses, right? So don't strive for perfection. Just get better, become happier, strive for everything in your life to be balanced. That's what the most important thing is, that you feel happy, that you're living contently, your attitude towards life is great. You're meeting people and you're shaking their hand and you're smiling and you're like, wow, I feel great to meet you. Yes, I want to help you, whatever the case is, all that stuff. Great, I want to work on your project. Yes, this is a great cause. I want to be on board. Anything you do, you want to feel content and happy with, and be the person that realizes things that people don't realize that about you now. Be the person that realizes it. And if you're the first person that realizes, it's the first person that realizes that has to do what's right. The other person that doesn't realize, well, they don't realize it. They're not aware of it. You can't really be mad at them, but you also don't have to accept it. But you don't have to be angry with them. So I hope this has really helped you guys out. The As If episode. It's really been a big impact in my life using this technique and using this this technique basically to really change my present limitations to future triumphs. It's been great. So thank you again for joining me. I wish you a great day. And remember, walk in the path of least resistance, gain leverage, build a strong brand so that people can search for you very easily and you don't have to work as hard to get jobs and build your career. Have strong integrity. And with that, I leave you to a great day. Thank you.